Hey, this is Andrew from Spacklebucket Moto, and this is something that's been on me for a while here and was really brought to light earlier today by someone that said to go read a front page article on Advrider. Yes, Advrider, the world's greatest website of all things motorcycles. Debatable. But the article was about the Honda 450L, and sure enough, every Spreadsheet Warrior is coming out of the woodwork on how too short the intervals are for proper street dual sport use, or how too small the gas tank is for proper round the world travel, or how the tires are not grippy enough for actual off-road use, but then they're also too dirt oriented for road use. The weight is too heavy for proper dirt use, but again it's too light for proper road use. The internet has just got to shut up about spreadsheet this, spreadsheet that. Everything you hear is how KTM is too racy and they blow up every minute. BMW is too expensive and the maintenance is this, and then you got to go to the dealer for that, and then it's all hogwash. It's all people going on the internet about stuff they have no actual clue about, going, well, in the spreadsheet it says this, and this many miles I got to do this, and I got to do this, and no one takes real life situations into account. If you're racing something at pro levels, yeah, you're probably going to have to maintain even better than the manufacturer's suggested service intervals. However, if you're like most average people, or even above average, or even beyond that, you likely won't even have to bother with that. Modern bikes are so flippin' good that we're not having to worry about these things so much anymore. Now I realize you're probably looking at the background saying, oh, there's a KTM in pieces back there. Lighten up, Francis. I'm busy putting a different tail light on the thing as I'm using the bike for more race use instead of street stuff. But again, another case in point where the internet, it's all undies in a bunch about something here. Not that spackly husky back there, but if we go to the XC4 KTM, which if we look down at it, it had the split lubrication system for the head and the transmission. Now, according to the internet, those things, it's bound to fail, and you got to do this mod, otherwise the engine's garbage. That engine is box stock, not an issue with it. You don't have to worry about it. But again, the internet wants to go, well, you can do this mod to it, it's no good that. Heck, you even have people on the brand new KTM 450-500s going, well, the fifth gear is a little too narrow, it's not too, it's not good enough for proper dual sport use. Just shut up. Just shut up. These bikes are so good that we're worrying about these tiny fractions of details that don't actually matter to most people. It's just something to sit and whine about on the internet. Just stop. All these bikes are so much better and far more useful than we want to give them credit for. If you compare this 350 right here to what pro level racers had in the 80s, go ahead, go on YouTube and watch a motocross race or a supercross race from the 80s and you'll go, yep, these guys are working it. But when you compare the level of those bikes to what we have now, we literally have like works level bikes, but no one wants to admit that because then they would also have to admit, maybe I'm the problem and not the bike. And that's what's happened with all these people with their spreadsheets and comparing this detail or that detail. Yeah, it's good to compare things, but going on this absolute tiniest of details, you're just going to drive yourself bonkers. Get off of the internet, especially Advrider, a website I've been on for 10 plus years that has just gone down the crapper. It has just gone so bad that I can't even comprehend where it's going to be in a few years, and especially with the ads, but that's a whole other different rant here. But just stop reading what people say about stuff. Go experience something for yourself. Don't worry about buying a jumbo gas tank because, you might have to go around the world in that trip in 20 years that you may or may not ever do. Just go enjoy the bikes. And the Spreadsheet Warriors, again, as Jerry Seinfeld would say, why don't you just give up? I'm Andrew from Spacklebucket Moto. Peace.